Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Jumblhoj Cafetalk. I am your host Victor, joined here by my beautiful, lovely, and gorgeous co-host Jolyn Reed. Say hi to everybody, Jolyn.
Well, hi, but Victor, you did it again. You know, it's just Cafe Talk. It's not Jumblhoj Cafe Talk.
But our channel is Cafe Talk, and we're doing Jumblhoj.
Yeah, but that was the wrong way. Our channel is Jumblhoj, and the podcast is Cafe Talk. Get it right,
Jolyn. No, Jolyn,
just stop. Who cares? Anyways, hi, welcome everybody. We're here with our friend Blanca, friend of the show. First guest on the channel. So
first official
welcome, Blanca.
Guest. Yes.
Hey. I'm super happy to be here. I'm super excited. I am looking forward to us talking.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited to have you here.
After begging to be on here and pushing for so long.
Yes, that's right, everybody. You heard it right. Blanca is holding us captive doing this. So
Yes.
if we got endless DMs. She just kept on Snapchatting us when are we gonna be on the show? When's it gonna happen? We just finally gave the peer pressure.
Yeah, I mailed. I went to El Cielito every single day. I was like, I heard y'all have a podcast. Why haven't you guys featured me?
She even threatened to release Jolyn's nudes on the internet, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a little too far, right?"
Oh, I told her I was saving those for OnlyFans. You can't give away the goods.
People got to pay for those.
Well, what I was gonna do was I was going to start an OnlyFans with his nudes, but get the money.
That's a nice scheme right there, man. You should have let me know, Blanca. I would have joined you.
Wow.
Oh well,
snake in the grass, all of you.
I mean, you guys can still kick me out, and I'll still do it. So
no, it's fine. You're here. We're doing this already.
It's too late. We already dragged you into the depths of Cafe Talk.
Yeah. But anyways, Blanca, how are you?
I am okay. I was just telling you guys that I got a phone call for a job, so I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, definitely. Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, after a hard year of job-wise, I'm happy that I have one now.
Exactly. It's very tough to get a job like in the current situation. So good on you.
Yeah. Yep.
So Jolyn. Oh, sorry. Jolyn, I was gonna ask, what do you have planned for this beautiful podcast for these beautiful listeners that are listening to us right now?
Well, Victor, I'm glad you asked. Last night we were trying to come up with some questions and talk about it, and ultimately, after a very heated discussion, I said, "You know what? Fine, you take over. I'm gonna sit back and do nothing."
But Jolyn,
and that's where we left off.
But I thought we didn't do that. No, Jolyn, don't leave me alone here. Don't leave me in the headlights, please.
Don't do this to me, please don't.
Blanca, talk sense to him, please.
Jolyn, it's not cool to leave people. We have your nude pictures.
That's fine. No one wants to see those.
They're just feet pics. Not many people are interested in that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, hello. Okay.
So basically, Blanca. I met Blanca through Victor, and I'm assuming Victor, you two became friends because Blanca is a regular at El Cielito, the cafe that we used to work. Well, that I used to work at, and you still currently work at.
Yep, that is correct.
Just to start the conversations rolling, Blanca, what's your go-to when you order at a cafe? Doesn't have to be El Cielitos, but just, what's your go-to order? What's your fix
for your coffee?
So it used to be just any regular coffee shop, mocha, a hot mocha.
Mm-hmm.
Then once I started going to El Cielito, like every single day, I started getting the flan, the iced flan, because it is super good. It is super sweet. And then I switched to the Café de Cuba because that one has more espresso, and I like that. Also, I also want to I want to tell Victor thank you, because you are right. We started talking because I became a regular, and Victor, everyone there is basically my fucking therapist. Like I talk for hours and they are such sweethearts. They like listen, they ask questions, and I always end up like fucking embarrassed. But yeah, friends now.
Yeah, definitely. Like I remember how you were so embarrassed to just keep talking and talking, and then like you would catch yourself and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for rambling so long." But it's like as long as we didn't have any other customers, we didn't care. Like we were just, we were happy to participate.
That's pretty much the vibe at the shop.
Yeah, definitely. Like with any customer.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like sometimes all like I always told Victor and Danny, I'm like, yo, like I can't stop talking right now. Like I'm talking and y'all are making it worse because you guys are asking questions.
We just slowly start peeling back the layers and unveiling
Yeah.
secrets.
Yeah. So it's fun. Like it's just been a really great experience, like ever since I started going to El Cielito.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Jolin,
Yes.
I got one question for you.
Okay.
What's your go-to coffee for any other coffee shop out there? I'll put you on the spotlight for a little bit right now.
I walk up to the bar, I look the barista straight in the eye, and I say, "Give me the backdoor special."
Oh,
So they take me to the storage room and they give me a coffee enema. Ooh, that thing wakes you up.
Oh damn. I haven't had that one in a while.
oh,
No, I'm just
damn! You guys are next level hardcore. I've never tried that.
No, my go-to
Try it
drink.
next time.
Yeah, my go-to drink. It's kind of like pretentious.
Oh,
Just
hello.
because how like we were trained to be like third wave baristas. So when I go to like a actual coffee shop, I'll order like a cortado or Gibraltar.
Uh-huh.
Because you can really tell like the quality of their espresso shots, if the baristas know like how to steam their milk, if they get the temperatures right. It really distinguishes whether a coffee shop is like a legit third wave, they care about it, or just some like general run of the mill shop.
That's a good point because like again, I will agree with anyone that might think it might sound pretentious, but it's like now that you have this knowledge that Danny bestowed upon us about like how shots are poured and how how you're supposed to do it properly. We're not experts by any means, but at the same time, we know at least that cortado could give you a good glimpse of how the quality of the coffee. So that way when you return, you already know the quality and you're like, okay, this shop I should stick to the sweet, flavored coffee. So that way like, I barely taste the bitterness that the disappointing shot poured or something, whatever, Or if it's a really high quality cortado or Gibraltar, you would come back and be like, I could order a black coffee from here and I would be extremely satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. And also I'm not one of those people that likes very sweet drinks.
Yeah.
Like whenever we taste test like new drinks that Danny wants to make, right? They're always like really sweet. And you guys always offer them to me like, oh, do you just want it? Do you want the rest of it? And I'm like, I can't because it's too sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
Question.
What's up?
So what exactly is a cortado and the other one? What's the other one?
Good
Well,
question.
they're the same thing.
Yeah, they're both the same, just different names.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Victor, you want to answer it?
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good question because I was gonna lead up to that because in case of anyone out there that has never heard of a cortado or a Gibraltar, it depends on where you go, what coffee shop, they name it differently. It's literally just an espresso shot with steamed milk. So it's kind of like a latte, but rather than being mostly milk like a normal latte, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So the same amount of coffee you put into it, you get the same amount of milk, and you steam that and then just put it. So it's generally a small drink, but it's packed with flavor. So you're able to just, like Jolin said, you're able to distinguish the flavor of the coffee, the espresso, whether they pulled it right, whether they steamed the milk right, at the right temperatures and all that, just from a simple drink like that.
It's similar to like a traditional cappuccino, but a cappuccino has more foam.
Yeah,
like not a lot, like how like a Starbucks cappuccino has, where they'll give you like a medium cup and like half of it is foam. A cappuccino should have
You heard that, Starbucks?
yeah, a
That
cappuccino
shots
should have like
fired.
the same amount of foam that like a normal latte has, but just in a smaller quantity. And then a cortado Gibraltar has like a very thin layer of foam at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I can imagine.
and I really got. I myself have gone to like a coffee shop down in like Santa Monica. I forgot the name. I apologize. They were so well experienced at making cortados that like they even did latte art on it with such a small amount of
nice.
milk, and I was like, "Ooh, look at you!
Yeah, you can.
Dang, nice, good skills, good skills."
I can imagine because when Victor was teaching me how to make lattes, like pull the espresso and steam the milk.
When was this? Why didn't I know?
Blanca, you were supposed to tell Jolie that was gonna go behind his back. You just
drama.
You just threw us into the headlights. Oh my God!
Is that you want to tell me, Blanca, Victor? Huh?
I said it in the group chat.
It's okay. It's okay, Blanca. It's okay. We've been found out. Let's just be honest with Jolene. He deserves our honesty. Jolene.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jolene, that I didn't tell you, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart. May you please forgive me.
We've been testing coffees behind your back, Jolene. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what the reason is? I want to impress you, so I told Victor to teach me and not to tell you. Yeah, so then
I'll forgive you, but I'm not ready to move on.
But Jolene, her skills have improved. She's ready to make you that sweet latte, but like not too sweet.
No. I'm ready to make you cortado.
Yeah, all right.
That's a challenge.
See, the only sweetness in that drink is gonna be her love and her passion poured into it.
Yeah, of course. My care and appreciation.
You know what? That's a pretty good segue to a one question or just a conversation topic that I have.
Yeah, lay it on
in store. Blanca, I want you to answer first.
Yeah.
What's the best compliment that you've received, either from a family member, just a friend in general, someone you work with,
or even a stranger?
That
is a really good question. I don't know. I've just gotten so many in my life, and to list all of them would seem, a little cocky. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We apologize, Your Highness, for having to go through your entire book of compliments.
Yeah, I don't know if we have like 3 hours for me to describe all of the beautiful compliments that I receive on a daily basis, like for just existing.
So which one's the best one though?
No, I'm just kidding. I think I would have to say is like people saying that I have a very like beautiful, nice, empathetic soul and heart. Why is that funny?
Because of the word
like,
pathetic.
Lame.
No, it's because it was sweet.
I don't think pathetic was the right word.
Yeah.
No. Empathetic.
There you go. Okay, there we go. Because I heard pathetic, and I was like, why? It started out so nicely, and it just ended with that.
No, you have a pathetic heart and soul. That is not a good compliment.
that's what I was saying.
No, okay, empathetic, like empathetic, nice, like really, like I don't know, just loving heart and soul. That's been really sweet. I've gotten that kind of a lot. That's been nice. Yeah, that's really sweet.
That's been the most memorable comment for you.
Oh,
compliment.
I have another one too. I used to work at a tutoring center, and we would do like tutor appreciation week. So we would each receive a star with like compliments. And there was one where one of my friends, he put Blanca, you are a gem. I didn't know who wrote it, but I was like, wow, that's nice. Like I'm like, wow, I didn't know people were capable of being so loving and kind.
You definitely shine brightly in their life.
I was like, oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I've gotten a couple, and they've been really sweet. I love words, so when someone like I don't know when they say it in a very nice way, I'm just like, oh, it's memorable.
Well, you are in luck, Blanca, because my good buddy Jolene over here, he is a master of 17th century poetry. He could come up with beautiful words just on the spot. Isn't that right, Jolene?
Like, I swear to God, why do you always out me on these things? Last week
No,
you out me
for
about
real?
being a snake charmer, and now you're outing me about being a 17th century poet.
Jolin, it's
No,
just
but
I
for
have to.
I
have
need
to,
things for
bro.
myself. All right. I know,
No.
sure, we have a podcast where we disclose our deepest, darkest secrets, but it's like they didn't need to know I was a snake charmer.
But Jolin, you're so amazing. I need to shout it from the rooftops to let everybody know of my good friend Jolin over here.
Yeah,
What
but
a
now it
great
doesn't make
friend.
sense that I'm like that I got assigned the Gryffindor in my Pottermore, but if I charm snakes, I should be in Slytherin.
But see, the difference is you charm snakes with the beautiful poetry. That's one thing I left out last time. So lay it on us, Jolin. Lay on the beautiful words that just sound like ear gold.
Talk to us.
I don't know. I
Yes.
think you're talking about yourself, senor.
No, that's you, sir.
I am excited. Come on, sway us.
For Blanca, just do it.
Yeah, do it
Lay
for
it
me.
on
Do it
us.
for me.
I don't know. I can't. You put me on the spot. I'm just like, here trying to think of ways to keep the flow going.
The next time I go and I see you in person, I am just going to look at you and I am not going to say anything. And that means just say something. Give me something beautiful.
Shoot, I mean, you better come to my house because I ain't going nowhere.
Damn, you guys move fast. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Is that part of your poetry? Is that how you do it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Part of his plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Then
next time when you're at a cielito, I'm just gonna look at you and I'm gonna blink once, and you know what that's gonna be.
Like once in like the whole 3 hours that I'm there. He's gonna stare at me like Silence of the Lamb
with dry red eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, then to keep things going, then, Jolin, what has been a memorable compliment that you've received in your past?
It's actually one that I received recently.
Oh, okay.
Is it the one I told you?
Huh?
Is it the one I told you?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even remember that.
I'm just kidding. I didn't say anything.
For those of you who listen to the podcast, you might know that my dad is Filipino, right? That's where I get my Filipino side from, is from my dad. And like most traditional Asian men, he doesn't really, he's not very emotional. He doesn't like to
Express his
convey
feelings.
or express emotions much. But
Gotcha.
he's a little bit different. He's told me that he's loved me and that he cares about his kids and stuff, not like real hardcore traditional Asian parents, but that never tell their kids that they love them.
Mm-hmm.
But the other day we were cooking and I made fish tacos because we had fish and it was a little sus. But we were like, I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt, let it sit in the salt, and then we're just gonna make tacos out of it because you can deep fry them and it'll be fine.
Okay.
So with the fried fish, I make a salsa that you toast you tatemar tomatoes in the comal with some onion and some chiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I also made a pickled radish salad, very similar to the one that you'll get at Korean barbecue, but with a little not as authentic because I used paprika and cayenne instead of gochujang.
Oh, damn. Okay, little Chef Jolin over here.
Yeah, so it's these tacos had the crunchy aspect, they had a salsa, they had a pickly kind of taste.
Mm-hmm.
And once my dad finished eating, I have to be honest, this is one of the best tacos I've ever eaten.
Oh.
And I was like, what do you mean? These tacos were average. I thought they were just whatever. And he was like, I don't know, there's something about the combination of all of this that it not only did it satisfy my stomach or my mouth, it satisfied my heart.
Whoa.
And I was like, are you sure you're not having a heart attack? You feel something in your chest. You gotta call the police or the paramedics. And he was like, no, it's just there's something about the combination that is just it hits you right there.
That is an amazing that's an amazing compliment as a chef alone, and then to receive that as a son is that I could feel you, man. That's nice.
Yeah, because even dishes that I've cooked and my dad has gone back to eat 2-3 plates. When I ask him how is it, he'll just be like, Yeah, it was good. But then for just these like fish tacos that I threw together in like 10 minutes, he was like, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten."
Yo, that's what's up, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Nice.
What I'm
So,
hearing
yeah.
is that you're gonna make fish
Good.
tacos.
Yeah, you
I
gotta.
don't know. I didn't want to flex too hard.
You gotta make some for us now, man.
I just shoot.
Yeah,
Like when
now
this
you
whole
have
pandemic
to.
is over, maybe.
I mean, you just got my mouth salivating for no reason. You can't
I
be a tease, all right? You gotta fulfill.
I know. I'm already here waiting for a poem. Now I'm waiting for fish tacos. Jolin, don't you?
I don't know, man. My nickname in college was just the tease Jolin.
Just the tease.
Oh my
man.
god, that should be your Instagram.
No,
Yes, yes,
No.
yes, yes,
Just the
yes,
not
yes,
gonna
yes,
work.
yes. Aw,
Oh man, that's funny.
you are just a tease. I'm just kidding.
OnlyFans, maybe.
There you, your OnlyFans is always just a tease, and then the paid stuff, it's like the cooking recipes.
It's even more of a tease. It's like, come on, I paid $10 for this.
I
You never-
recently just found out that OnlyFans, because I honestly just thought it was for like nudes.
Uh-huh.
No, it could be for anything. It's just for your
And it's
fans.
for anything. Yeah. Like I didn't know that. Good thing I found that out before going into it. I'm just kidding.
Wait. So is there like an OnlyFans fucking like animation creator or something like that? Like there can be?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm barely discovering this right now.
It's just that like only for like something happened where kind of like how I don't know how to explain it. Basically, like the main, the biggest like creators on OnlyFans were these people who were like soliciting nudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That the website became synonymous with, like, you want nudes, go to OnlyFans.
That makes sense.
Because a similar thing would be like Patreon, where you're supporting a content creator and they give you like little updates or little behind the scenes things or exclusives.
Yeah. But that came.
But the thing is, you can't put nudes on Patreon. I think you can, maybe.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
you can.
Really interesting.
I guess it just depends on like the community you follow or like the stuff you want to see. You'll
Yeah.
find that.
So we're gonna
That's
put
pretty cool.
your feet pics.
Definitely.
I mean,
That's where they're
alright, I
going.
guess.
and then once a month we'll release that very enticing back picture of Jolin.
It's like
Yeah.
like that cotton secret, like hidden
oh my-
camera kind of.
Yeah.
And then like
Just the-
we're gonna like save your face. We're gonna we're gonna save your face
Yeah.
until the end. Like until you have so many followers and the anticipation is
They
to
already,
just see your
but the
face.
people already know what I look like.
Oh yeah, that's true. We
Yeah.
already released like a few videos here that show our
That
faces.
show our face.
No, on OnlyFans for your
I know,
feet
but they
pics.
could just look at like the
Oh
videos
yeah,
that
that's
we've
true.
done.
Never mind. No,
Your
no,
plan
we're
has
gonna
failed.
put you under another name.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
That-
we're
well-
gonna put another name.
We'll just put him as the teaser.
Yeah, there you go. No, but now they're
Anyway,
gonna know.
I feel like
Victor,
you're
why
avoiding
did
the
you say
question.
it?
Victor. What's the greatest compliment you've ever received?
I was kind of avoiding it just because like I've never really received compliments in my life.
What?
Yeah,
That
like
hurts my heart.
see, that's the thing. I've never received true compliments in the sense where like kind of like you with your dad where it's like this is the best thing I've ever had, or with Blanca where it's just like, oh, you're such a kind and loving person. I received like the same compliment my entire life where it was, oh my god, your eyes are so nice.
I was about to say,
Yeah, that's the
I
only
was
compliment I've
gonna
ever
argue,
received.
Like,
Oh, your
dude, I
eyes
don't know
are
how
really
many.
nice.
Huh?
But-
Your
but-
eyes are really nice.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like thank you, and I appreciate that. But it's like hearing the same compliment kind of just like kind of makes me numb to it. Like not in a sense where I don't appreciate it, because I still fucking love hearing that. Like I get reminded like, oh yeah, I have colored eyes. Like thank you. That's literally the only compliment I've ever received, aside from one compliment that I've been getting just because I started working at the coffee shop. And it's not even like a compliment on my appearance or just as me as a person in general. It's a compliment on my work ethic, and that's just like customers coming back and they see me working behind bar, and they're like, "Oh, thank God you're here," or like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you again," because they like my drinks for some reason.
I,
Like they,
sorry.
yeah, go for
I
it, go
was
for
gonna
it.
say sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to agree to that. Like I know I'll be like, oh hey, like I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
yeah.
And it makes me super happy to hear that when customers do that, because it's like, even though we're following the same recipes, there's just very few people that like for some reason they think my drinks like stick out from the rest. So I take it as a compliment, and I really like that. But just to reiterate what I said, like that's more of a compliment on my work ethic, on my customer service, I believe. Not really a compliment on like myself, or at least not a personal compliment like how you two have shared. So it's still a compliment nonetheless. So I really do appreciate it every time. But those are literally the only two compliments I've ever received in my entire life: nice eyes and good work.
No.
But I mean, it's nice. Like I like feeling appreciated. So
We're going to shower you with compliments from here on out.
please don't, because then I like don't know what to do. I'm just like I start sweating profusely, like thank you, what do I do now?
It's interesting that you said that, because like I remember like one time I reconnected with a friend when I was in college. I reconnected with a friend from high school that I was like kind of close with.
Yeah.
And then like it's happened like with multiple people that I reached out to again, or just that I haven't spoken to in a long time. And then they just like randomly are like, I really miss you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to say. In my mind, I'm like, I just haven't seen you in a while. Nothing's changed. But apparently in theirs, they're like, he's like such a completely different person, and so much has happened, and I feel like I don't know him anymore.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And I'm like,
they're like, he is God.
I don't know. And I'm just like, I really don't know what to say when people are like, I've missed you. And I'm just like, thanks.
Dude, you look them dead straight in the eye, Jolin. You look them, you keep a serious face, and you start, maybe you try to force a tear out from one eye, and then you say, thank you for shining your beautiful, glorious light upon me on this day. For I have missed you too, and the nights have been long without your glorious smile. I hope this day could be relieved forever in my memory. And there you go. You just leave it at that, and then they feel awkward because that was such an amazing compliment to them, and you're like, yeah, how do you like it?
Oh, no, dog.
Exactly.
That sounded like a little bit of a 17th century poet right there. I'm a little
That
sus.
was-
Well, that's what you are.
That was not a 17th century poet. That was 18 at most.
Got a little sus. Leave that right there.
Don't throw me out under the bus just because you don't want to do it, Jolin. All right? Don't leave me like that.
What is up with this like one tier thing? Because me and Danny were also just like talking, and we keep using that like when something
The
happens,
one
and it's like,
tier
yeah,
is
that
like
one
very
tier.
moving.
Yeah, it's like so dramatic. It has
Exactly.
so much emotion behind it.
Where it's like you're trying to hold back the tears, but yet that one tear escapes.
Yeah. Like the agony that you have inside, but you can't keep in, and it just like slips in one single
Exactly.
tear. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's it. But okay.
I don't.
So
By the way, I don't think I've ever cried like that.
just one lone tear.
One lone tear. Nope. I am an ugly crier.
Yeah,
I am.
well,
just like fucking bawling your eyes out, screaming at times.
Dude, I literally like I've gotten eyelashes before, right? Like extensions. And there was this one time where I literally had to go get them removed because I looked even more dramatic with fucking eyelashes like all like bunched up because I'm like fucking crying my eyes out. Oh Jesus.
No, Blanca, you have to embrace the ugliness. You have to make it yourself. You gotta add on tons of mascara when you know you're gonna cry, and that way you have streams of black coming down your cheeks and be like, ah!
Oh God. Well, don't worry. I took pictures, so I'm just like, Jesus, I look very dramatic. Let me take a picture and like send it to like studios, like acting studios, so they can see, they can see that I have potential and I can really like do some stuff.
That's a good strategy.
Like you said, you just
that
gotta
is.
embrace it. You just gotta embrace it.
Definitely. All right. So to continue with the podcast, let's move on to the next question. Do you have another question, Jolin?
I don't know. Blanca, is there anything you want to ask us?
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. Good one.
Ooh, I was not prepared for this.
Mm.
Let's see.
This might be your only chance to find out something about us, Blanca.
You're like, no
Deep,
pressure, no
dig
pressure, no
deep.
pressure. Oh, if you guys know me, I'm gonna start running around because I'm getting anxious. I'm just kidding. Let's see. What is favorite event that has happened in your lifetime? I don't know.
If you want to rethink that one, it's fine. We can just go to another question.
Jolin is like, we're not gonna do that.
No, okay, like people who listen to the podcast and people who know me, they probably already know this, but I'm someone who like always likes to be prepared. Like even if we're going on, I don't know, like a simple hike or just like a drive, I will be like, do I have enough gas? Does the spare tire in my car have enough air? Just blah blah blah. Did I bring like a suture in case freaking I don't know Victor falls and I have to cut his leg off? Like I just always like to be prepared.
Okay, all right.
It's happened
I think-
before.
Like if you don't have a question or you want to think about it, I got more questions. We're fine.
Okay, get back to me. Get back to me. I'll be
Awesome.
ready for you in a bit.
Cool.
Wink, wink. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, since we were talking about ugly crying, Victor and Blanca and myself, are you that kind of person that when you're having a bad day, do you want to be left alone or do you want someone to spend time with you and cheer you up?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
When
You know
you're
what,
having
I'll
a bad day,
start.
if you want to be alone. Okay.
Yeah. So like if you're having a bad day, would you rather be left alone or do you want someone to kind of comfort you and like either calm you down or make you feel comfortable, whatever it is?
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's hear what you got to say, Jolin. I want to know.
Oh yeah, I just said I'll start just so that you guys have time to think or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like initially I would want to be left alone, like just so that way whatever I can go through the process of like the rationalizing things on my own or just have time to breathe and think about stuff. And then maybe later if someone was like, hey buddy, you doing all right, then that's when I'll be like, yeah, I just want someone to be near me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I get you.
But for the most part, I like to be, if I'm having a bad day or something bad happens, like I like to be left alone.
So okay. So just to add more what is it, details to that answer, are you comfortable with the idea of someone like cuddling you or I don't know what's the proper term for that, where they're just like, they comfort you when you're sad, like, or are you, or when you say that you just want to hang out with somebody, like, do you just want to like have someone next to you, but you're just like acting normal, just hanging out together, so that way you distract your mind from the sadness? Or do you actually want them to, be like, hey, it's okay, come here, let me give you a hug, that sort of stuff?
I don't know. It's weird because like I want someone to be next to me, but I don't want them to like cuddle me or hug me or anything because I'm not that kind of person.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't really like hugging and cuddling and stuff.
Okay.
But I do want them there just so I know that someone's there. Like nothing bad is gonna happen, or I'm not gonna go to some extreme. But it's like if I want to talk about something, it's like they're in earshot, they can listen.
Oh,
But
so
like I don't want them to be that person that like is sitting literally next to me, puts their hand over me, or like starts to hug me, be like, "Don't worry, bud, it's gonna be okay." Like, no, I'd like scoot over and be like, "I don't like being touched."
yeah, gotcha. So it's like it's more like you just want somebody to like
I want them there for the emotional support, not the physical support.
yeah, just to hear your thought process through this like harsh moment.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Blanca, what's your position on this question?
This is a very interesting question, honestly, because I am in the process of trying to condition myself to change. Um, and what I mean by that is that I, for so long, have been the one who isolates. Like,
Okay.
if I'm having like a very bad day or like just not in a good state of mind, I stay by myself. Like, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just kind of want to, like Jolene said, rationalize it on my own. But I've realized that I probably shouldn't do that because it's a little unhealthy, to say the least.
It's like you're bottling up your emotions.
Yeah, or
Almost.
like I'm
Almost.
just like isolating myself, so it's like I'm getting into my head. I think I'm getting better or like trying to rationalize, but I'm just kind of in my head, if that makes sense.
Oh, like you don't have that person to at least, help you out to realize if you are getting over the problem or if you're just ignoring the problem. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Oh,
kind of, yeah, like towards that. And
yeah.
um I now when I do feel bad, I mean, I still, if I need to be by myself, then I'm by myself. But I am trying to reach out to friends way more, or people, yeah, friends who are understanding and very empathetic. There are moments when I'm very like, I don't know what the word is. I just need to talk,
Oh,
and there are
to
certain
vent.
friends that yeah, just to vent. Yeah,
Hmm.
like if I'm feeling a certain type of way, like very intensely, there are people that I go to, specific
Hmm.
friends that I can just ramble on, and they are a listening ear. So I've point being, I am reaching out like now more because it's just healthier, it's better.
Yeah.
It gets me out of my mind, and yeah,
Yeah, that definitely does help everyone out.
yeah. What about you, Victor?
Weirdly enough, though, I've always been the type of person that helps other people out with their sadness. Like in high school, I was very cautious of how to help people because, like, with Jolin's situation, like, I don't know if they want somebody next to them to like put their arm over them or not, or give them a hug and tell them that everything's gonna be okay. So I would do that, especially if I saw like a sad friend, I would go up to them and be like, "Hey, what's wrong? Like, I clearly see something's troubling your mind." Then they would like share a little information just so that I would find out that there really is a problem. And then I would just give them a little side hug, not the full on embrace, just a little like my hand on their shoulder and
Help
just
one
like
arm
pull
over
them
the shoulder.
close. Yeah, exactly, like that, those type of hugs. But it wouldn't last long. It would just be a close little embrace, let go, and then just be like, "Hey, I'm here if you just want to ramble on, talk your emotions, like I'm here to listen to you, and if you don't want any solutions, if you don't want any problems, I'll gladly just stay quiet and listen, like if that's what you need. But let me know what you need. I'll gladly, be there for you if you want me to." So when it came to my problems, I never really knew how to deal with them. I never knew how to approach somebody and tell them like, "Hey, I need help." So I'm currently still one of those isolators, and I don't want to change. I don't want people to like help me through my problems because it's like it's very uncomfortable for me. Like I really don't know how to handle it. Even though I'm the one, I've been in the other perspective, trying to help someone through their tough times, being the one with problems, I don't know how to, act. I don't know how far they themselves are comfortable with hearing my problems, how good of a friend they are, I suppose. I feel like that's a bad phrasing of that. But like for an example, a few months ago, I was in Mexico and my grandmother passed away and everyone was completely sad. I myself wasn't that sad just because I literally only knew my grandmother when I was 3 years old. I only have like
Mm.
one memory of her. And then I came back literally just to see her on her deathbed. And she passed away without me actually even having a conversation with her, without getting to know her, without even having to share, experiences with her. So everyone was completely sad, bawling their eyes out because, they've grown up with her. So I was the one helping everybody, like, "Hey, it's okay, we're a family, we're here together, we're here for each other." And when I was alone, I began crying because it wasn't because I missed my grandmother. It was mainly just because I kind of felt like a monster for not being as sad as they were. So that's why I didn't know how to explain that to somebody who literally just lost their grandmother or their mother, because there was my uncles and my aunts. And I didn't want to seem like an asshole, like, why the fuck are you here? So I rather isolate myself and just like cry it out if I had to. And then with every other problem I had in my life, I never reached out to friends. I never wanted to talk about it because the few friends I had, giving it a shot, like, oh, let me try it. Let me see, what if this is actually more beneficial to me than isolating myself. I kind of scared them. I think maybe I overshared or something. The friends I did reach out to, they were my good friends at the time. They I knew I could trust them, and I have helped them out through many of their problems. So they themselves told me like, hey, you've helped me out, so let me help you now that you need it. So I was like, okay, I appreciate it. So I would share with them, and then they would give me the typical help advice where it's like it wasn't even like, hey, I'm here to listen to you, or hey, I'm here for you. It was just like, things will get better. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I was like, okay, cool.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, exactly, like that. Just, hey, that's rough, bro. And that's it. And then after that, I would physically notice them avoiding me. They would not reply to my text messages, and every time I would like go up to the hallways, and because it was around school time, I would like want to talk to him and be like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, it was normal, not even like talk to him about my problems, just like normal friends. They would be like, oh, hey, man, I gotta go. I'm kind of busy right now. Sorry. And then they would just like start avoiding me. So that kind of implemented the idea in my mind that like it's better to just isolate yourself when you're going through a tough time, because like if you share too much, some friends might not even one of two options. They might not know how to help you through your problems, or even if they do know how to help you, you might lose them because, again, that's your problems, not theirs. What's the point of like bothering other people with your problems when everybody has problems, So it's so I just decided to just isolate myself, and I currently am one of those isolators when I have problems.
Well, the thing about that too is that, I like a comment. Is that it's like, you know how to be a friend to others. It's like you're able to be like your own friend too. You get me? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the same
It's
kindness that you give to others, and understanding and advice. It's like you are able to give that to yourself. So I think in that situation, it's okay to like isolate yourself per se. Because you don't really need to, you don't really need anybody then. Like
it's like I'm the one that's closest to the problem, and I know how to deal with it. I know how to make myself feel better, I suppose.
like, you know yourself best.
Exactly. And I know for a fact I'm not avoiding the problem whenever I isolate myself,
Yeah.
So I do manage to like pull myself out of that tough time.
Because I used to be like that. Like, I was able to rationalize everything on my own. Yeah, so I can see it, especially because if well, at least for me, personally, if I know that there are certain things that I don't like to hear, it's like I'd rather not reach out. Like, I used to hate hearing when my mom passed away. I was like, I hate hearing "I'm sorry." Like, stop saying "I'm sorry." You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was just very like resentful, but so I just didn't like. I wouldn't say it. Like, I wouldn't open up to anybody. I would just do it on my own.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing about you is that you don't suppress them. I suppress them, so there's a difference there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's when you were like, okay, I gotta change things up.
Yeah, I'm just like, I was like, okay, whatever. And then there was a point where I was like, okay, no, I can't just brush these things off.
Yeah, like you gotta face them head on.
Yeah, I am starting to feel like when I am at El Celito, and
Yeah, you're starting to share a little
we
too
are
much.
getting, and this isn't even a lot, but just because I know that it's on here, I'm just like, oh, I am going to hear myself say this later on.
Well, okay, then in order to switch things up,
which is fine,
yeah,
but I'm just saying.
exactly. For people that have heard our podcast before, they know how much me and Jolin share, so
Okay.
they're comfortable with that.
For
Or at
people
least
who know
I hope
me,
they
they'll
are.
know how much I share.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. But I was just wondering, did you come up with a question that you wanted to ask us, Blanca, or should we move on to another question that Jolin might have saved up?
Let's move on with Jolin.
I don't know. I kind of want to hear a Victor question.
Okay. I do have a question. I had one earlier, but then it left. I forgot. If you like when you guys traveled, what was your favorite like city or I don't know town or state or country that you've traveled to? Totally butchered that question, but basically your favorite travel story.
Oof.
Mm,
Jolin, you wanna take that?
yeah, I'll go first.
For sure.
So I haven't actually traveled much. Like me by myself, I've never actually gone anywhere by myself. But with family, we've gone to San Francisco, we've gone to like San Diego, we went to like Tijuana, Ensenada, all the way to like where my mom is from, which is like Guamuchi, Sinaloa. We drove there, and then last year we went to the Grand Canyon. So those were like that's really like the only places I've ever gone. Just what you call it, the American Southwest and north of Mexico.
Ooh,
Which
nice.
one was your favorite? Or do you have a favorite? Like
The one that sticks out the most was the last time I visited my uncle when we went to Ensenada. I was like maybe 8 years old,
oh wow.
Ooh.
and it's cool because like over there in Mexico they don't have as many restrictions as they do here in the U.S.
Oh yeah, big
So,
time.
like, there's a lot of houses where in the front of their house they build like a little convenience store,
Yeah.
like the mercadito.
I know what you're talking
Mhm.
about, yeah.
Yeah, so my aunt owned one of those. So whenever I would go, she would just be like, "Oh, mijo, just get whatever you want from the store. It's okay."
Mhm.
No way.
Yeah. So I would always just get like a bag of chips, and then I knew I wasn't one of those kids that like took advantage or was like oblivious. Like I can just take everything because like I knew like she sells them, so she has to buy it. So it's like if I take a lot of things, I'm basically like taking money from her.
Oh, okay. You were very conscientious.
I was hashtag
I
woke.
was that I was that kid too.
Yeah, so I was pretty conscious. So like I would only take like a bag of chips. But that time that we went, the circus was in town. So we went to that was like the first time I've ever gone to the circus.
Ooh.
And it was cool because they didn't have like, lions and tigers and elephants and stuff, but they did have like this family of poodles that they like dyed pink for the boys and pink for the girls and like blue for the boys.
Hey, pink could be for boys too, man.
I know, but it was like that's just how they like showed like, oh, this is the dad and this is the mommy.
Oh, that's
And it was
cute.
cool because they like trained the poodles to like walk with a baby stroller, and then they had like little puppies inside of the stroller.
Oh, that's adorable.
Mm.
And then we just bought fish from like the local fishermen, and we had like a barbecue and stuff, and it was nice. And I used to think that like driving to Ensenada was like a huge journey because we had never like driven anywhere before, but literally it only takes like 5 hours to drive there.
Yeah, you compare it to like deeper south or like across the country.
Yeah, but it was nice.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's nice.
I guess my response to that question, I've actually never traveled much at all in my life. Not that I don't want to. It's just that I've never had what's the word for it? The disposable income to actually do it. We've gone to Vegas multiple times, since I was a kid. And I've gone the most recent, the farthest I've gone is to visit back my family in Mexico, which is in Nayarit, Isla del Rio. So that was like the farthest I've ever traveled, and it was recent, so that was the most memorable one currently. As for like the best experience I've ever had, I definitely would say it is that most recent one, just because it involved not only just like it was the longest journey I've had, but also involved like seeing this whole other like side of myself that I've been missing my entire life. Like I knew I was Mexican since I was a little kid, of course, but seeing like how my family lives over there, it was like it made me appreciate all the stuff we have over here, because over there it's like they weren't guaranteed hot water
Mhm.
if the sun was hot that day and it heated up the water reservoir on top of the house enough, then you got hot water. But most of the times it was like waking up to cold showers, and I was like, whew, that wakes you up every day. And then they definitely
Like,
go for it, Blanca.
sorry, I was gonna say, or like boiling the water like on the stove if you do want hot water.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently like my family even had this little contraption that was like extremely dangerous. It was like a metal fucking rod connected to like an outlet connection. And
Oh
then
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just like connect it to like an extension cord or like the outlet on the wall, and then dip it into the bucket of water, and that would heat it up. And
Man.
that's what we use. So I was like, oh shit, like, you know, I've been taking for granted hot water whenever I turn on the tap. And then also, of course, like internet, they didn't have internet, and when we did get it, it was incredibly slow, like dial-up internet of sorts. So I was like, woo, you can't do shit with this. But it's like aside from that stuff, you know, that we take for granted over here, it made it extremely memorable to see my family and just feel so instantly welcomed and accepted. Like I've never gotten that type of like acceptance before in my entire life. Like they didn't know what type of person I was. They didn't know what type of personality I had, but just because like they knew me as a little kid, they saw me like run around in the house, they knew I was family, so they automatically like welcomed me with open arms and hugs and kisses. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, so this is what family feels like.
Mm.
And aside from like not having the conventional TV and internet that I'm used to every day on a daily basis, I got a chance to like talk to every single one of my family members, which is a huge family over there. And then I got a chance to like walk around the village and just see how like, you know, the houses are built, the parks, the dirt roads, all that stuff. And I was like, this is amazing. This is incredibly comfortable. Like it feels I definitely belong here. You know, like this is clearly a part of me. And you know, that's what made it so memorable for me.
Oh, that's sweet. That sounds like definitely like a life altering, you know, kind of
Oh yeah.
self discovery trip.
Exactly.
That's nice.
It's like going back to your roots, and you just feel so like wow, this is really me.
Yeah.
What about you, Blanca? What's your answer to your own question? What's the most memorable trip you've taken?
So I've taken a couple of trips, not like around here, like maybe like around San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley, Vegas, Oregon, Guerrero, Puebla, and Hawaii. I know this is going to probably sound like a little cop out, but every trip had its own like meaning, if that makes sense. So like going to Hawaii is so memorable, and it was so much fun because I went with my best friend.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah, so I went with my best friend and another of our friends, and it was so much fun. Like every single day we were there, I think for like 10 days. Every single day we did something. Went zip lining, we went under the submarine, a whole bunch of like fun stuff like swimming around, different beaches. So that one was really fun in regards to like friends. And then last year I took a solo trip for my birthday to San Francisco. Like it was super last minute.
You went by yourself?
Yeah, I went by myself.
Oh, okay.
And that one was memorable. That one's like really. I stayed in a hostel with four. I think it was like four different. No, it was six. It was six beds, and I was there for. I can't remember how many days I was there for. Like 3 or 4. I don't remember. But that one was memorable because I went all by myself, and I met people, like just random people. And one of them, she was from the one who stayed in the hostel. One of them, she came from Colombia, and we like instantly clicked, and we spent the whole day like just around San Francisco, and then the next day she left because I think she was leaving to Panama.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so it was like so much fun. Yeah, I just did a whole bunch of stuff by myself. Oakland, Berkeley, I went to the campus. So that one was nice in the sense of like just being by myself. Like I actually just went by myself.
Yeah, you explore the city by yourself?
Yeah, and then the Mexico, because the Mexico ones, it's the same, kind of like exactly the same as you, Victor, where it's like I saw like another side of my family, and
Mhm.
so like each trip has its own individual like memorable. Yeah, I don't know,
So
like
it wasn't so for you it wasn't like specifically one memorable trip. It was more just like the pieces of each individual trip that were memorable as a whole.
yeah, kind of, yeah, because I'm trying to pick like one favorite one, and I think the one that I would pick, I guess, as my favorite, just because it was like
That amazing.
kind of far, yeah, is Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Because that one was like, it was really, really like nice. Like we did so many different things, and it was just outright fun. So I guess that
Uh,
one I would pick that one. But each of them are definitely very memorable to me.
yeah, I mean Hawaii is such a beautiful place.
It
Definitely.
is. It is. And it's so funny because I don't know why is it that every time I go somewhere, something is happening. When we went, it was in 2018. Like it was when I forgot. I think it was Hurricane Lane. Hurricane Lane was expected to hit right there,
Oh damn.
and I remember I remember like people were like leaving because the news kept saying like, oh, it's gonna hit, and there was a city alarm that did go off, but everyone, like locals, would always be like, ah, that's what they always say, like they weren't worried, so we were like, okay.
Oh, so they were used to
And
it.
then we also, yeah, so we were like, all right. And then in Acapulco, I don't know if you guys remember when the 40 students were like kidnapped. If you guys
To
ever heard about that
To where?
in
Mexico?
Guerrero, yeah,
In Guerrero?
Yeah,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that also went when that was happening. So everybody was like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything fine?" Because there are riots going on over there.
Oh damn.
So I was like, wow, yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, each time we are going somewhere, something is happening. Or like Oregon, I just came back from Oregon, and the fires were also happening over there.
Blanca.
Jeez.
I know. I'm trying. I'm just kidding.
You're
Kidding.
like one of those what are they called, the thrill seekers, the ones that go to specific locations with like massive natural what are they called,
Disasters.
yeah, natural disasters happening.
Yeah, I'm here actively looking on the internet trying to see where to go. Just kidding.
See, it's funny
Uh,
that like both of you had that experience when you went back to Mexico,
Uh-huh.
because I had a similar experience like when the times that I would go back to like my mom's hometown and stuff like that. But I don't think that would happen if I ever went back to the Philippines, or if I went to the Philippines for my first time,
Oh really?
because the majority of my dad's family is here in the United States. Like we only have like second cousins, and like I have a half brother in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not close to them. And
Oh.
even my dad himself is like, yeah, if we go, we're not gonna contact them, because then all they're gonna do is just like want us to stay over there, and yeah, I don't know, just he doesn't want to bother them.
Oh, okay.
It's like
mm,
because of like the living conditions, like they're like really like they're impoverished.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if we go there, we'll just like stay in a hotel or something, which is
mm.
fine because like I've never been in a hotel before.
What?
But no,
Really?
Yeah.
Like not even like what? Like
Not even a motel.
no,
What about an
oh.
Airbnb?
no.
Oh,
Wow. Oh my god, Jolan, damn. You always got
I'm
a
surprised.
location to
Yeah,
stay
I'm
at.
surprised.
Yeah, because like when I would go to San Francisco, I have an aunt that lives in San Rafael, which she just moved to Richmond.
Okay.
And then my sister like lives in Berkeley.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then every time that we would go to Mexico, we would either go to Tijuana, which I have family there. We went to Puerto Peñasco, which I have family there, and we went to Guamuchi, which I have family there.
Oh, all right. Not bad.
Nice. Can you hook me up with your family? Just kidding.
Uh,
Just
but
always
yeah, like
have
in
connections.
but like in the Philippines, like I really won't know like how some of my family or my dad like grew up, because we won't like the house that he was like born and raised in, like they already took it down.
Oh shit. Did they sell it, or they just like
No,
moved out and they just had to take it down?
they just demolished it because the farm the farm that my grandpa used to own, it got divided up amongst like the workers.
Oh, I see.
Like once they came to America.
Yeah, so they were just like, no one's gonna live in that house. Might as well take it down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's just like coconuts where my dad's like childhood home used to be.
So well, that brings up a question for me, like to you. Would you at least want to go once in your life to the Philippines and see how things are over there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like we were planning on going like around this time, but coronavirus happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I don't know. The Philippines is like I assume it's kind of like Hawaii because it's like a tropical island.
Okay.
But it's like it's part of that history or that culture that like I'm lacking, because even though my dad and my dad's side is Filipino, they were kind of like a little weird since they didn't celebrate any of the holidays since we weren't Catholics.
Uh-huh.
Like the only ties that we have is like, oh, I was born and raised there, I speak the language, and I like know the food.
Oh,
But
I see.
there's no like history or any kind of like cultural thing that ties us there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I mean, if anything, that might actually might make it better for you, just because it's like you'll be able to experience it on a clean slate. Like everything you do and everything you experience over there will be like for you for your first time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, not bad. That's pretty cool. All right. What happened?
Hello. Oh, I was just gonna say that like I haven't drank coffee that much like in the past couple of weeks, and I just downed like the café de Cuba that I had in the morning throughout the podcast, and I like Victor, Jolin, you guys have seen me in person.
You are ready to roll. You're ready to rock.
Like my gestures are very exaggerated. Like what at some point.
We need some like higher energy questions. All these like
no,
lo-fi
questions. No, it's
yeah,
not that.
we need to dive deep.
No, it's not
Victor,
that.
I think it's time we pull out the big guns.
No, definitely.
The thing is that I'm sitting down. So like, yeah, I'm sitting down.
so you don't have the excess burning of the energy by walking around and talking.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like in person, like I'm a very like gesture person. Like I do many gestures, like facial expressions. So like I'm just like looking at myself on the screen, and I'm just like, no, like this, no.
You gotta swing your arms around.
Yeah, you gotta exaggerate. You gotta go for it. Just fucking fly those arms around.
That I am.
I know, you gotta throw those hands.
The thing is that I am, but it's catch these hands. No, like it's my legs.
just start
my legs, like
just start trotting them. Just go back and forth, just stepping in your car.
Yeah, I know, right? After this, I'm just gonna go like run back and forth in the driveway and just just let it be. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna end up going to the shop and doing it and just talking to Victor over there.
I'm gonna be over there. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
We're gonna move this podcast over to the shop later on.
Yeah. Jolin, you heard that. And you heard that, and you know what you know what I am expecting from you.
Oh, that's true, Jolin. That's Jolin. Come on, you're just trying to evade the poem.
Who even edits these?
I mean, we got a whole week, Jolin, to edit it.
We got until Monday.
True. All right. Then, any final questions? Jolin, do you have any last one that you have stored up, or Blanca, do you have any questions?
I'm waiting for a Victor question.
I don't have any questions prepared. I didn't
either.
I'm shy.
Now you have to.
No, I'm shy.
Yes,
don't do this
you
to
have
me.
to.
There's one question that I want to leave it off on because it's like a staple question that we're gonna start asking our guests.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
okay.
I need one. I need a Victor question.
God, see, I don't know. That's just very difficult for me to come up on the spot, and I feel like it's not gonna be a good question after all these amazing questions you guys asked. It's gonna be like the flopper of the podcast.
Nah, trust me, I'll go all out. Above and beyond plus ultra.
going to
answer
count
the
to three.
question.
Victor, I'm going to count to 3, and on 3, you are just going to ask a question. One.
Okay. No, wait, hold on. Wait, let me think about it. Let me. Okay, I will.
Okay.
Give
Tell
me
me
give me
when
some
to
time to think
start.
about it. All right,
Okay,
hold
okay,
on. Okay. I think I got one. All right.
okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
So this is to gauge the type of person you are when it comes to, your likes and dislikes. All right. What is your favorite series or world or book, whatever it might be, that absolutely love, that like you buy merch for, that you, I don't know if there are video games or you listen to the songs or you watch the movies, anything, just like the series or what's the word for it?
Like the universe.
Yeah, the universe that has been created for those characters and for that story. Like what's your absolute favorite? You could die with it. You could read it for the rest of your life. You could have it for the rest of your life. What is that for you?
You are going to give me an identity crisis here.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good question.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like everything running through my mind. Like, who am I?
Yeah, I know.
What do I like?
Yes, I've succeeded.
You have. Let me just let me just get back to you next week. I think this is good for me. I think
that's
this
enough.
is
I think
how
we can wrap
I'm
it up.
going. Yeah, I'm gonna start. This is how I'm gonna sign
I'll go
out.
first.
All right, let's go with Jolin, and then Blanca, you can just think about it. Like at least your top 5. You know what I mean? The ones that are more in your life.
All
At least
right.
top 5. Jolin?
When you asked the question, right, the
Yes.
first thing that popped into my mind was the
Ooh.
Planet of the Apes.
Really?
Like, I love the movies, like the classic ones, the ones that were done in like the 70s and like
The ones
early
with
80s, maybe.
Yeah, the ones with the amazing like costumes.
Yeah, and even like that reboot in the mid 2000s where it was like the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Like the first one was good, and then everyone else was like crapping on the second and third ones. But I was like, I love this series so much that like I want to watch it.
Oh, yeah, true. I remember that.
And I was like the only one in our friend group that was like excited, or he just even like was like, "You guys gonna see this?" And you're like, "What? No, why?" I don't know, there's like something about it that it's like so interesting to me.
Really? Is it the whole concept of it like being Earth itself?
A
Spoilers.
little. I think it's just the fact that like there's like just that the roles are reversed, that we do all these experiments on like chimpanzees and primates, and we keep them in zoos, and like you hear that they get hunted for their like gorillas get hunted for their hands or something.
Yep.
And it's just like now there's like a flip where like the gorillas are the ones that are hunting us, and like they're the ones that are experimenting on us, and it's just that hits that like sci-fi nerd part of my brain that I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I need. And it hits it better than like Star Wars or freaking Star Trek ever could, or Harry Potter.
Yeah, I get you. I can see that.
Also, like Pokemon came into my mind as well, because when I was a kid, I was like such a diehard fan. I loved it. I saw the show. I bought cards. I bought the games.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I even had like a Pokemon shirt.
Oh shit! All right, that's good. Yeah, merch.
But I've started to like kind of fall off of the wagon when it comes to Pokemon. Because I mean, like recently, you and Edward started like actually learned how to play Pokemon.
Yeah,
like,
the card game.
But it's like I'm not too interested. Like I'm interested in learning, but I would never like go out and buy booster packs and stuff anymore. Like part of it, like I see it as kind of a waste of money. Like if that's your hobby, fine. Like more power to you. But it's just that's not for me.
Yeah.
And then also like it kind of shows that like the inner child in me is like starting to die, because when I see you guys play like Pokemon at the shop, I'm like, aren't you guys a little too old for that now?
Yeah, I get you.
You feel old. I'm like, where did my youth go?
Where did my innocence go?
But I still love
child.
playing like the old games, like the ones for the Game Boy Advance, and even like the ones for the DSi or the DS Lite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I still love those, and I will gladly replay them for as many times as I can.
Nice.
But yeah,
So you would gladly say Planet of the Apes and Pokemon for sure.
yeah, because when you guys were like actively buying movies,
Uh-huh.
the only series I ever considered buying was like the Planet of the Apes,
Oh, why didn't you?
or the Halloween series.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, you told me about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the only like 2 movie series I would ever buy.
Okay, not bad. That's good. That's a good response, Jolan. Yeah.
I told you I was gonna go above and beyond.
Nice,
Thank
nice,
you.
nice.
So Blanca, did you think of them, or would you like me to go first so you have more time?
No, I guess I have a good grasp of what. Yeah. So I think I would definitely like movie wise. If we're talking movie wise,
Mm-hmm.
I really love Tarantino movies because
Oh, okay, that's good.
yeah, because they're like he doesn't have like a linear plot per se. Like there's just so much going on at this. There are so many stories going on at the same time, and there's so much like violence too. Where you, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just, like a lot of his movies just kind of have that like revengeful or like killing, like I don't know, certain things that just find intriguing,
Click.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like my favorite ones are definitely Kill Bill. Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that movie. Those movies. And especially the end, because it just kind of like I don't know, like there's just I don't want to say that they're twisted, but it makes you see certain things in different ways. Like when the like she's about like the guy is trying to kill her because like she had a baby, like she ran away, but it's like he loves her, and it's like in the end they're killing each other, and then like she's crying because she killed him, but she also loved him. Like it's just I don't know, it's just so complex. It's so complex.
It helped you. It helped you see the multiple sides of morality. That it's not just black.
Yeah, and like how different people experience love in their own twisted head.
Oh, that's
Or
good. Holy shit! Yeah.
yeah, like so that's what I like. I would also have to say that I like Green, like novel books,
Mm-hmm.
because he incorporates so much like I don't even know what word to use. Like
Wait, who was the artist again? Sorry.
John Green, the author.
John Green. Uh-huh.
Yeah. He incorporates so much like life insightful information for lack of a better phrase. I really like it because it's like very it seems like just an ordinary story.
Uh-huh.
It's just an ordinary story in all these novels, but if you like really read I don't want to say in between the lines, but if you pay attention to his writing style and the way that he words things, it's like his meaning is much deeper.
He's the author
um
for The Fault in Our Stars, right?
yes, and my favorite book from him is actually Turtles All the Way Down.
Turtles All the Way Down. Okay.
Into his book tour for that, and his brother Hank Green also was on there. Hank Green is he also published book and he has his own YouTube channel. They both do. They do vlogs and stuff.
Ooh,
They have their own
nice.
podcast too. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So definitely him too. There's
Mhm.
this book that I really love too. It's called The Wanderess. Um, that one has a lot to do with like traveling around. The protagonist is she's young, like she becomes an orphan, but she has a lot of her uncle has a lot of money who she ends up staying with. Like he was like in love with her. I don't know, it's like weird, and then she just ends up traveling the world, and then like this guy like I don't want to butcher it, so I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Just go check it out if you're
The
interested. Yeah.
Wanderers. Yeah, just go check it out. Just go check it out because I am not gonna do it justice.
Not bad. Okay, so you'd say Quentin Tarantino for sure, John Green, and then the book The Wanderess, right?
Yeah, and also one last thing.
Uh
Who knew? I do know myself. I'm just kidding.
That's
I'm
good.
just kidding. I also really like Halsey. I like her writing style and her music, her lyrics, because again, it's one of those things where it's like it's very, very simplistic, but if you can read deeper into it, and I like that type of writing style, because you can it broadens the audience, like people it's easy enough to understand, but you can also kind of dive deeper into it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because like
What
classical.
what was the
Huh?
author again? Sorry.
Oh, the author for The Wanderers.
Oh
Or
no,
what do you
the
mean
last
for
one.
John, for
What?
Turtles All the Way Down?
No, for the last person you're talking about right now.
She's a singer.
Oh, she's a singer. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Halsey. Well, she's a writer too. I mean, she's coming out with her own poetry, like her own poetry book.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Not bad.
So
Okay.
I
Definitely gonna
definitely,
check her out.
yeah. So basically, words. I love words.
That's good. Maybe you should
Yeah.
become a writer. Mm?
I do write actually. I write like stuff, but just for me. But I share them
Wow. Come
sometimes.
on, Blanca.
No,
You
well,
gotta share your
I
creativity.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
share it
lie.
with the
Like
world.
I'm trying to get out of my shell, so I have definitely started like sharing stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, and it feels nice to share. I'm definitely going towards that direction. So
Yeah. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid
Oh
of
my god,
people's
dude.
opinions.
yeah,
Hey,
I don't even feel like it's that though. Like it's just never. It's just always been like a. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's like now I do feel like it's just. I want to share it now.
That's good. What were you gonna say, Jordan?
Oh, I was gonna say that Blanca would like hate my sixth grade teacher story.
Why?
Why?
I used to be
Which
an English
one?
tutor too.
Remember the one where like she took away my notebook?
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah. Okay. Sum it up for
All
Blanca.
right,
Just
so very quick, Blanca. When I was in sixth grade, I was very adamant on becoming a writer. Right, I like loved writing. I had this like beautiful notebook that like was a 5 subject notebook, but each subject was color coordinated. It didn't have that like stupid manila paper dividing the subjects, and it was hard bounded too. So I would write stuff, and during math class in sixth grade, I had this amazing idea, or at least I thought it was amazing at the time. So I took out the notebook and started to write, and then the teacher came up and took away the book, and she was like, "What are you doing?" So I tell her, "Look, I'm sorry. I know I wasn't supposed to, but I already finished my work." She sees my work, she looks at the book, and she puts it on her shelf, and she's like, "Your parents have to come and pick it up." And then my heart dropped because my parents like are those parents that I was already doing good in school, so they would never come to school for something like that.
Mm.
And I tell her this. I was like, "My parents can't come pick it up because my mom works at a school like just like this one. So when she gets out, we're already done, and my dad works night shifts." And then she was like, "Well, the only way you're gonna get this book back is if your parents come." And the book sat on her shelf for the whole year until we like went out for summer break. And when I came back as a 7th grader, I wanted to see if I can get the notebook back. I went to her class, it wasn't there. She fucking threw it away.
Yep.
And I took that as a sign
Wow.
from the universe that like, you know what, maybe I'm just not meant to be a writer. And from then I like never really wrote anymore, and I hated English.
Oh
Yep.
man,
It's a sad story.
that is a
So messed
sad
up.
story. It's a tragic story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But
And that's
I've gone
why.
back to like trying to write because my 11th grade teacher, he really like it was like an English class, but there was like an underlying tone of creative writing. So he
Mhm.
kind of like
Mm.
ignited that like author's spark in me. And I tried to write every so often, but never to the degree that I was when I was little.
Well,
Mm.
so that other English teacher helped you out, save your creativity on writing.
Yeah, we told this story on a podcast.
Yeah, definitely. But just for Blanca, so she knows.
There's that. I really like some writing advice that like John Green says, where it's like it's relieving to 90% of going to like you're just going to end up deleting it.
Oh,
Like when you're like drafting. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Can you say it again from the beginning? You were like cutting off for me right there.
Oh,
Yeah, me
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna say like in regards to
Yeah, you're still cutting off.
one of my favorite
I just
like
never
right.
can hear it.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, sorry. Oh, that one of my favorite like writing advice from John Green is that 90% of like what you write you end up deleting because like it's a lot of process of like
Oh.
yeah, it's a lot of like drafting, like just free writing and then like picking out like what you like from your free writing and like editing and
Yeah.
I don't know, there's
Mm-hmm.
something yeah, I don't know, there's
I
something
mean,
comforting in that.
I mean, it's like I think it was Ernest Hemingway that said, your first draft of anything is always gonna be shit, so don't be scared to write it.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm like probably paraphrasing or I butchered it like hell, but it's on along the lines of that, and I'm like, that's always good because it's like when you feel like the story isn't like good to even share, you just gotta remember it's the first draft, and probably
Mhm.
getting that criticism from someone else that isn't you might help make it better.
Yeah. Or at
That's
least for
good.
me, like sometimes when I'm writing and I read something, I'm like, and then I just delete it.
All
That's
right.
it.
We got sorry to cut you off, Blanca.
No
Blanca,
worries.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to start wrapping this up because I gotta leave like at 1:30.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
no
that
worries.
like it's already like we've been talking for a really long time.
Yeah, it's been really good so far.
Yeah.
So okay, so to wrap it up, do what's the one question you wanted
Oh,
to ask?
it's gonna take way too long.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
All right, then I guess we're gonna
Blanca, you're
have
gonna have to come back on another episode so we can ask you this tailoring question.
Exactly. We're gonna have to re-invite you again for another podcast.
You see, such a tease, such a tease.
Exactly. I mean, you gotta leave the people with something, right?
I know.
Jolene,
Gotta make them come back somehow.
exactly. So remember everyone to comment down below and let us know if you like this episode with our beautiful guest Blanca over here.
Thank you. Takes a bow.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
Thank you guys.
no problem. Thank you for joining us, Blanca. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's always fun talking to you guys.
Yeah. So with that, we'd like to thank our audience for listening to our podcast. If you made it this far, we love you guys. We really appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the future episodes. If you're on Spotify, remember to follow us. And that, yeah. Any last comments, Jolene, Blanca?
I mean, if you have any questions or any topics that you want us to talk about, feel free to DM us on Instagram, Twitter, our email, which is just Jumblhoj.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff going on outside, but just leave it at
Any final goodbyes, Blanca?
No, I mean this was fun. I can't wait to be back, and I don't know, kisses to everyone. I don't know, like.
Thank you.
No,
thank you.
yeah. It was a lot of fun, and I really look forward like to returning. And if anybody, I don't know, has any questions that they would like want to directly ask, I don't know, to me or something. Whenever I'm back, I'm totally cool with that. That's fine. That's fun.
Definitely. Yeah, so thank you, Blanca, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And remember, the Jolene, what was it saying? Sorry.
I mean, we'll just see you all next time.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Stay beautiful.
Bye. Bye.